नेशनल खबर में आपका स्वागत है। हर बार हम अपनी खबरों के माध्यम से आपके लिए कुछ नया लेकर आते हैं, लेकिन इस बार चूंकि मामला कोविड-19 का है, देश भर में इसको लेकर एक प्रकोप सा है, पैंडेमिक हो चुका है और हम सब अपने-अपने घरों में लॉकडाउन की स्थिति में हैं, बंद हैं, कैद हैं। ऐसे में बहुत ज़रूरी हो जाता है कि हम अपनी मानसिक स्थिति पर काबू रखें, हम अपना पेशेंस ना खोएं, अपना धैर्य ना खोएं और ऐसे में आज हमारे साथ एक बहुत ही खास मेहमान है, मिस्टर आशीष कुमार, who is a dynamic leader. He has a very long list of experiences in healthcare sector, insurance sector, along with being a mindfulness coach. तो आज चूंकि मामला इतना गंभीर है, संगीन है, हम सब अपने घरों में हैं, तो एक माइंडफुलनेस कोच की जो भूमिका होती है वो बहुत अहम हो जाती है। हम अपने समय को, पूरे दिन को, दिनचर्या को कैसे प्रायोरिटाइज करें, कैसे उसको हम एक लिस्ट बनाएं कि हम सही तरीके से अपने समय को इस्तेमाल कर सकें। आशीष, आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है हमारे कार्यक्रम में।
Thank you, Shweta. Really appreciate your taking this initiative and organizing this talk. This is the need of the hour.
Certainly. So, शुरुआत करते हैं. What is the message from you to the viewers who are watching the show? How to maintain our patience, how to make ourselves happier, how to control, manage our emotions in this time of need?
Now, these are indeed very tough times, Shweta. There is so much of uncertainty around us because of COVID, and the healthcare infrastructure also is kind of under severe strain, not only in India, but across the world. And we are seeing thousands of people getting infected and dying on this, due to this COVID virus on a daily basis. My heartfelt wishes, to the families who are facing the challenge. As you rightly said, it is very important for us to mind our thoughts in tough times like this. And mindfulness is a great technique. Mindfulness involves observing our thoughts on a moment-to-moment basis in a non-judgmental fashion. So this technique involves focusing on the breath and anchoring our thoughts. And this helps us prevent our thoughts from running. Sometimes what happens is mind is a very poor servant. It's a very good servant, but very bad master. So if we are observant of what the mind is doing, we can control it. But if we let it rule over us, then we lose complete control. So mindfulness is an important technique which can help people observe their thoughts, stay calm, make conscious choices in times like this.
Yeah, so how can they do it? It's easier said than done, as you know. What is your guidance to them, to the viewers? How can they streamline their thoughts? What should they do entire day? Because their daily routine has really gone upheaval. They don't know what to do. So how can they streamline their thoughts?
Yeah, in times like this, it's very important, Shweta, to balance physical and mental activity. Earlier people could go out and engage themselves physically, but now the physical activity, as we are locked down, there is very little scope for doing physical activity. So I think it's very important for people to balance in their daily routine some physical activity like yoga and meditation. And in case people are not very fond of doing yoga, they could do other age-appropriated exercises. It could be Zumba, or it could be skipping. It could be Pilates or crunches. Whatever else that works for them, or simple thing like climbing stairs. That's a very safe exercise, almost for all the age groups. Or try gardening. It's such a stress buster. So even if you're living in flats, one could always go out and do some gardening in the balcony and be with the nature. And of course, practice mindfulness at least for 5 minutes every day. Observe their breath. There are a lot of tools which are available online for meditation. You could check out tools like mindfulnessexercises.com or Mindhouse or Cult Fitness, Mind Fitness. There are many, if you go and...
It can really help us analyze the entire thing, plan the day, and utilize our time accordingly.
Yes, yes, yes. So, it's very important to have a routine for yourself, wherein you do physical activities, mental activities, take out some time for fun activities, spend some time with the family, do some things which, normally we are not able to do in our regular lives. So normally people in Delhi NCR spend anywhere between 2 to 3 hours in commuting every day. And now that is a time which is completely released. So use that time to declutter your personal space, could be your desk or almirahs or home, and also declutter your mind. Take some time out to figure out what are the things which are truly important to you, who are the people who really matter to you, and what is it that you want to do in your life, what makes you happy. I think it's important. It's a great opportunity to
I think people have to take
yeah.
this entire lockdown thing very positively also, because they are thinking they are changed, so it is hampering their mind.
Absolutely. Shweta, I agree with you. I always say that if life throws lemons at you, make lemonade. So, if you are in a lockdown situation, make the best of it and be happy. Everybody has a choice. And, one thing which distinguishes human beings from animals is that ability to make conscious choices. And I think we should exercise that faculty of mind and make conscious choices, choose our thoughts very carefully and be happy.
How are you utilizing your time, Ashish?
Oh, it's wonderful. I live with my mother, one wife, and 2 daughters. So I'm getting to spend a lot of time with them. We have good family time, having meals together, doing dishes together, playing cards together. So we're getting to spend a lot of time together. I've also use this opportunity to work on my mission statement, which is to help 1 million people become happier and healthier. And I'm really grateful to you, Shweta, for organizing this platform today, which helps spread the message of mindfulness to the community. So I really appreciate that. I have worked on my vision, 10-year business plan, and now I'm helping my family develop their 1 to 5 year goals also, so that we can, as a family, live consciously rather than unconsciously and in the rush of mind.
I think gratitude also is a very important thing, because this is the time God has given us when we need to understand that people who are around us, helping us in our daily work, we need to express our gratitude towards them.
Yes, yes. Now, that's a very important thing, Shweta, that you have said. I believe that what we appreciate in our life appreciates. There are many things that we take for granted, and we don't really appreciate that. I think it's a great time to kind of thank people in our lives who contribute, whether, we are all doing our own work, which we used to take for granted. So we had maids and drivers and everybody coming and doing stuff for us. And now they are not there. So we are doing our own things. So I think we should be grateful to everybody who comes in our lives and plays a part in it. Be grateful to the clean air that we are getting to breathe these days. The pollution is completely lifted, and it's such a fresh air. It almost feels like mountain air. It feels as if we are living in a resort now.
Certainly. And how can we work towards the anger management? Because when we are home, we tend to lose our patience, because the kids are around, there's so much to do, the work we have never done. So in such a situation, how to do anger management?
Yeah, that's a very important, valid question, Shweta. See, we need to realize what lies behind the emotion of anger. Uh, it is things not going my way, or the way I desired. That's what triggers people. And we need to also understand that there is some fear which is there as the underlying emotion. So people fear whether they will lose their position or they will lose their possession. And position need not only be in terms of organizational position, it could be position in the family, in the society, etc. So people feel threatened, and that's why they have that anger, which leads to the outbursts. So it is very important for us to be mindful, when the anger arises, and take a pause. In earlier, in the human history of 6 million years, it's only about 10,000 years that we have settled down. 59,90,000 years we used to live in jungle. And there, the survival of human being was dependent on instant reaction. So if you see a lion, you need to instantly run or attack. But for last 10,000 years, we are not living in jungles. We live in human societies where nobody is going to eat you. So there's no need for us to feel threatened, and feel that fear and anger. There's no need to react immediately. I think one can pause for a couple of seconds. If one can be mindful, observe the breath, observe the emotions, and pause even for a couple of seconds, I think, we'll all be much more peaceful, much happier in our lives, and, make the surrounding also happier and more peaceful.
इस वजह से भी है क्योंकि अभी चारों तरफ the economy is sinking. There's uncertainty everywhere. So ऐसे situation में थोड़ा react करना, I think it's human nature. लेकिन ये जो एक समस्या है COVID-19, ये I hope ये जल्दी खत्म हो और हम we are back on the track soon. But the need of the hour is to stay positive. The need of the hour is to stay healthy. So be at home, stay happy, stay healthy, and be positive. Utilize your time. ये समस्या तो है ही, ये तो रहेगी, लेकिन हम इस समस्या का निदान तो यही है कि हम घर पर रहें. लेकिन उस घर पर रहकर हम अपने घर में समस्या ना क्रिएट करें, हम उसको हैप्पीली जिए. We should be happy. So thanks a lot, आशीष. आप हमारे शो में हाजिर हुए, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका. लेकिन अगले हफ्ते हम फिर आपसे कनेक्ट करना चाहेंगे क्योंकि फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट एक ऐसा टॉपिक है जिसको लेकर अभी हर कोई स्ट्रेस में है. उसको हम कैसे डील कर सकते हैं, उस पर आपसे बातचीत करेंगे.
Definitely, Shweta. Really appreciate you providing me with this opportunity. It was great interacting with you, and I look forward to our interaction next week.